Hey Choomba, and welcome back to the channel if you've been with us before, or welcome to the channel if this is your first time. This is Lee Allen Presents. I am Alan and I will be your operator for this Preem unboxing today. As you've already seen from the title card, which was on the screen around about 20-30 seconds ago, this is an unboxing for Cyberpunk, The Gangs of Night City, the board game. Basically. So this is a board game created by Simon or come on, depending on how you want to sort of say it. It's Cool Me or Not. The company does Marvel Zombies, they do Marvel United, they do all the Zombicide stuff. Lots of great content. They're really known for their miniature work and stuff like that. So this was backed on Kickstarter. We backed this when it was on Kickstarter. It had been around from the 21st of June 2022 until the 7th of July 2022, and they needed $100,000 or eddies, should we say, sticking with the theme, to be able to successfully fund this, the board game. They ended up getting 886,783 eddies with a total of 6,345 backers. This was supposed to be due in July 2023. Obviously, due to the different issues that have arisen around the world, especially at the moment with the rebels sort of attacking ships and sort of seizing cargo and whatnot in the Suez Canal. It's a bit of a temperamental time for shipping worldwide, and obviously some production issues. You know, it happens. So we're around about 6 months later than what we would have liked to have received this, but it's finally here, despite UPS's best efforts to not try and deliver it to me. And this will be the legendary or legend pledge of the content. So I'm going to grab the box onto the table, and we're going to unbox everything first. Then I'm going to with one thing we don't do with this channel pretty much is break. We don't like to break, we don't like to cut. So what we're going to do is just put the content, I'm going to take a break in this one, I'm going to cut it, and I'll put the content in a way to open it easy to be able to get to show you everything that's in the boxes. So let me just pop this on the table, and you can see instantly there, I'm not seeable anymore. So you can see there, Cyberpunk 2077, Gangs of Night City, the board game. So I'm going to Mr. Slice, as always, and I'm just going to cut into the tape. There's a lot of thick tape on this box. So bear with me a moment while I slice in. And then nice safety, put the knife away when you're not using it. So we got some really nice bubble wrap. They always seem to have packed these very well, thankfully, because the couriers don't tend to really look after the boxes. Let me put it back on this chair that I've got here as my glorious assistant chair. And we've obviously got corner packing for everything there. I'm just going to lob those on the floor. Hopefully the mic isn't rubbing against my shirt and making loads of noise. Thankfully I've got 2 mics on the go. So, okay, so we've got, first off is the biggest box. This is a big box. That's quite heavy too. Hopefully it's not glaring too much off of the cellophane with the lights. We've got the exclusive edition. This is the core game, and I believe all the stretch goals. There's 92 plastic figures in here. Wow. So that's going to be the core game and probably all the Kickstarter exclusive stuff. So that's in there. Then we've got the Gang Wars expansion. So I'm just going to show these briefly, and then I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to go through the box individually. We've got the Motor Pool expansion. We've got some boxes falling over in the big box. The Families and Outcasts expansion. Not quite sure why that one's a big one, the same size as the core box, but these are smaller ones. You'd think they'd try and make them all the same size, wouldn't you? Unless, I don't know, maybe there's a board in here. I think it might be actually, because I think it's the outskirts. We've got the 3D Hideouts and Drones pack in more of a base cardboard. It doesn't smell very nice, not gonna lie. The base cardboard box. Sometimes companies do this to cut costs and whatnot, fair enough. Shame they don't look the same as those, but you know. And then the last box we've got in the big box is Side Gig. So we've got 11 plastic figs in this one again. We'll kick into that in a sec. Just double check in there. Yeah, so we've got some more packaging stuff. And just in the case of showing you what happens when delivery services don't pack when people don't pack things right. Thankfully Simon does. But the delivery services don't take care of the boxes. That is going to be something difficult to do when all that box is stacked. This was underneath the core box, so thanks UPS. Cool, so we're going to take a quick cut, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to start cracking into these boxes and see what's inside them. So we'll see you in just a moment. And we're back. I told you it wouldn't take long. I mean, for me, it was only a minute or two. For you, literally no time at all. I know you're sticking around to see all this Preem content. So here we go. Gangs of Night City exclusive edition. I'm just going to slice off the cellophane because I obviously am conscious of the light that's going to be glaring potentially on the cellophane itself. So let me cut this open if I can. There we go. Cool. And then we've got this beautiful artwork on the box. I don't know if it says who did the artwork on the box. It does not, but there's beautiful artwork. It wraps around the edge as well. And this on that side as well, which is really nice. On the back, we've got the blurb, obviously. So Cyberpunk 2077, Gangs of Night City is a competitive game in which 1 to 5 players take on the role of ruthless gangs, vying for control of the underground in the glittering hellhole that is Night City. Clash with other gangs in the meat or on the net as your enterprising band of tough seeks. Enterprising band of toughs. That's a really weird sentence. Seeks to gain dominance over the criminal underworld that rules the streets. Only the boldest will be remembered, and your street cred will pave the way to the top. So as I already said, this has 92 plastic figures, 1 double-sided game board, 5 gang dashboards, 202 cards, 15 plastic bases, 2 dice, 138 tokens, and 1 rulebook. So without further ado, let's get into the meat and bones of this. Okay, so obviously you've got, instantly you can see the different characters lining. I haven't seen that side yet. We've got one there as well. There's one on each side. Yeah, Adam Smasher on that side. And then back to Jackie. Cool. So we get the usual brochure for some more free content from C1. They tend to do this for a lot of the games. They put new stuff up for free, which is really cool. New scenarios and whatnot. We've got the rulebook. Not massively thick, so hopefully this won't be very, what's what I'm looking for? Tough game to learn, because some games can be quite tough. Nemesis, for example, has a lot of stuff to remember. So we've got the rulebook and we've got the quick guide on the back. Okay, this board looks like it's going to be humongous. So I'm surprised they didn't do a neoprene mat with this one, actually. Oh my god. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this thing is huge. Okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. So it's double-sided. That's one side. I don't know how well that's going to be picking up, so I might have to do some photographic inserts here, possibly. I'm trying to figure out if it's the same on both sides. I think it might be, looking at it. That will require some investigation, but I will investigate that. I will take some photos and I will pop them in here. Fingers crossed I'll remember to do that. Cool. Then we've got just 3, 4, and 5. Okay, with a sec. 5 dashboards for each of the gangs. Okay, so we've got the first off being the voodoo boys. So you've got the 3 different types. You've got the solo, you've got the net run, you've got the techie, you've got a blurb, you've got the logo that they use. The aesthetics, very much like the game, which is really cool. On the other side, again, I can't remember the last time I looked or anything with this game, because I like to move them surprised. So it's going to be something with the actual gameplay itself, which is cool. You got the Valentinos. So you got techie, net run, solo, same again. And on the opposite side, that one. So they've each got their own individual color schemes. We've got the Maelstrom, one of my favorite gangs, I guess you could say. I really enjoy the aesthetic of these. I think they just look badass. It's almost like a Terminator with a lot of the modifications that they get. We've got the Tiger Claws. Each of these looks very different as well. They all look very individual. Or different from each other or all the different gangs. And we got the 6th Street Gang. So those are the dashboards for the individual gangs that you can choose from to play as. Obviously there is more, but they'll be in the expansions. We've got some activation board of some sort. Guessing that will go on the side. Will be used there. And we've got tokens galore. It's upside down. Lots of different tokens. They're double-sided. They look like they might be the same on both sides, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. We've got some more tokens here. It's a bigger sprue. It's those. And And then we're going to get to good stuff. I get the feeling this... Oh, no, there's more under it. Okay, bear with. Okay, so then, of course, yeah, of course, we've got cards. We've got big cards. That says it's got a tutorial on this one. So this must be some sort of story or quest cards, and you've got the action discs. That's the things we just saw in the tokens. Okay, we've got different packs, all different and sealed in different bags, which is quite handy. So we've got side Y. So again, I guess these are quests. It's very shiny against the light, so I'm afraid that's not going to pick up very well. I might get some shots of these individually afterwards, because I don't want to sort of spend loads of time unpacking cards and just showing loads of cards. Act 3C. So yeah, this looks like the different acts and storylines. So then we've got Heist Plan or Heist Crew. So again, this looks like it's part of another bit of content. And then we've got Night City Tour. Cool, so I'm assuming those are all just like quest things. I think I'm not going to be able to I don't know if I can get this on the camera actually. On the base here, on the tray itself, it's got different compartments for all different things, and some of them are labeled, so Eddie's got there, I guess components, some sort of key symbol there. Which is really cool that when companies do that, I like that, because they're catering to their players. There's also probably enough space to sleeve every single card in here and have plenty of space there. So we got opportunity cards. We've got retaliation cards. And then single play mode summary cards. So I guess this is like a help card that you get in some games, which kind of give you a short summary of what you need to be doing each turn. You got some vehicle cards there. And then you got Riverward Edge Runner card there. So this must be Edge Runners and different vehicle types in this one. And then we've got Combat Pack. And there's just a gun there. The Crusher is a starting item, but looks like this is starting on there. And yeah, you gain 1 street credit if you don't lose any units. So that's cool. So those are the cards. I'm going to push this big box aside, and then we've got this. Okay, I was hoping they would have a list of all the names of the Edge Runners on the back of here, but they don't. That's not helpful, because I don't remember all the names. Damn it, Simon! What are you doing to me? Okay. Alright. This is going to be interesting. Okay. Yeah, none of these are going to have names on them. This is going to be fun. Let's have a look at the book. I'm going to label these on the screen as I'm doing them anyway, but... aha! Right. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. It looks like the book's got up. Okay. So each of the individual gangs are coloured. Let me just hold this up like this, they don't all fall out. So we got the different colours for different gangs of Valentinos. You've got the Maelstrom, the Voodoo Boys, the Tiger Street, and the 6th Street gang. We've got coloured base rings, if you want to use those. I'll end up painting these at some point. I'll just use the base colours themselves. Wait, no, they're circular. What are these for? Edge Runners? They might be for the Edge Runners. Thinking about it. Yeah, Edge Runners have circular bases, so these would be needed for the circular base to show which Edge Runner belongs to which gang. Hopefully they don't clip in too hard. These are hard ones, they're not rubber, so they might scratch off paint on a paint job, but we'll see. We obviously got dice, 2d6, just regular dice. And then we'll start cracking into the models. So we've got, first things first, we've got, starting with the best, the Maelstrom. And this is the solo figure. Some nice, like a lot of these Simon figures will have lots of detail on the base, like structures up. This hasn't got that kind of thing, but it has got very subtle detail on the base, which is really cool. Looks like a sort of a pavement or a street that's cracked. Then we've got the Maelstrom Techie. Just make sure this is focusing right. concerning that it's not showing as the macro lens is being active, but it looks like it's all in focus. Cool. And then we've got the Maelstrom Netrunner. So they're all different shape bases. So this one has a square base. One of them had a hexagon base, and one of them had an octagon base. That's really cool. So looking up close, they are really well done as always. I don't expect anything less from Simon. There's not much in the way of mold lines, which is cool. They're usually a bit of a pain in the rear end to get off when painting. So moving on to the Valentinos, we've got the Solo. Whoops, you dropped that. Then we've got the Techie. It's a cool pose, I like that one. And then we've got the Netrunner. So there's, I haven't mentioned it, is we've got 3 of each model for each of the gangs. So that's going to be the same case for this one as well, for the Voodoo Boys. This one is the Solo. Then we've got the Techie. And then lastly we have the Netrunner. Cool, the extra blades and whatnot, it's really sweet. Then moving on to the Tiger Claws, we've got the Solo. Bright green there. We've got the Techie. And we've got the Netrunner. Really cool dynamic poses, like all of these so far. Then lastly we've got the 6th Street Gang. So I'm going to put them in the order that we've done. They've changed around because of the way the stances are. This is the 6th Street Solo. Then we've got the need to drop that again. The Techie, or Butterfingers today apparently. So this got a bit of thing on the base which is really cool. It's like sort of like propped up on a box. It's part of the pose as opposed to the base itself, but it's really cool. And lastly for these we've got the 6th Street Netrunner. Cool. So those are the base gangs, as it were. Those are the ones that you will play as the most. So that's that. So just put that to one side. And let's switch the side this mic's on, because I get the feeling it might be making a bit of background noise. And then I'm gonna let's have a look, see what I can work out with this, shall we? Okay, is this in order? No, of course it's not. Why would they make my life easy? Okay, first off, representing with a shirt, Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves himself, first and foremost. Okay, then we've got Jackie Wells. Then we've got River Ward. All phenomenal sculpts thus far. This one is Goro Takamura. Then we have Roga Mandarias. Then we've got Kerry Uridine. The band with Johnny Silverhand. Victor Vector. I'm not sure if there was something missing off that because it looks like he should be holding something, but I think he's just doing something with his hand. Then we've got Judy Alvarez. Oleg Darkovich. Then we've got, I can get out of the box, Emmerich Bronson. Then we've got Evelyn Parker. Then we have Nyx. Money on the second row, it's crazy. Then we've got Lyle Thompson. It's a nice camel lens. Milt Nauman is next. Then we have Steel. Steel muscle lethal, that's crazy. Amazing. Then Fiery Misha, or Misha, depending on how you want to say it. Key R is next. Bugbear, or 8UG 8 Air, technically, I guess. Lead speak, right? Benedict McAdams is next. Oops. Crispin Wayland. Kirksire. Problem with the Cyberpunk game is it's so big, it's hard to remember every single person, so just do bear with us a sec. Obviously I will put the names of every single one of these on the screen anyway, so you know. And there's Big Joe, so you know who they are as they are coming out. Sandra Dorset. Male V, or V male variation, or whatever you want to say it. V being the character that you play as in the game. And we've got the female variation of V. Because you can play as either version in the game, obviously. William Hare. Esquerdo Certo and Certo Esquerdo. I remember trying to take these on at quite a low level. I just got my ass handed to me. It's pretty rough. Came back a bit later, dumped everything into the melee and just wrecked the power of them. It's hilarious. Iris Tanner. Misty, I always get this wrong, Olszewski. I hope that's right. It's Jackie's friend, shall we say. Let's catch some detail. There's not shadowing too much, especially on the face there, because that hair kind of overhangs quite a bit. Lizzie Wizzy. Flo. Chang Hoon Nam. James Udini. if this was included in this game, it would have been really cool to have some Cyber Psychos. There's a few expansions, we might get lucky. I don't remember what was included fully with this campaign because it was quite some time ago. Jack Mauser. So there is this token, but I've not got this listed on. Oh wait, there it is. Delamain number 21. Delamain is the self-driving cars that you can get across Night City. There's a very significant quest line which was quite fun. It involved Delamain. It's got a good weight to this. It's really cool actually. That's Delamain 21. There's a trauma team. Don't mess with these guys, they are rough. It's like if the NHS was given weapons, basically. It's nuts. NHS in the UK is the healthcare system. Just in case you're watching from somewhere else in the world, you don't know what that is. Then we've got Brendan. There's a good chunk to this. It's not just some hollow thing. It feels like it is actually solid, or at least it's got some very thick sides to the construction, which is really nice. Simon do make some great minis, fair play. Rachel Kasich. Detailing in the just see the folds in the trouser legs, that's incredible. So you see them do one thing right, and it's definitely minis. They do a lot of things right, but you know. Terence Cortez. Jeremiah Grayson. Bess Isis. Orange Hibiscus. Fast Aria. Cold Lena. T-Bug. This one for Leanne. There's Nibbles, the cat. I thought they put a lot of extra stuff on this base just to make it life-size in terms of the models. and just gone, hey, let's just blow a cat up to be really big and cute instead. That's really cool. And then last but not least in this particular box, we have, of course, Adam Smasher. That fight took me a couple of attempts, not gonna lie. That guy is rough. Cool, so that's all the models in the core box. I didn't notice there's a space for the cards there too. The bigger cards and the dashboards and whatnot. Not dashboards, I'm assuming the dashboards or the heist or whatever. So anyway, I'm talking now. So I'm gonna probably skip forward through this. I'll fast forward this as opposed to cutting. And I'm just gonna put everything back in the box and get ready to open the next one. So bear with me 2 minutes while I sort this out. Alright, and now we're going to open the Families and Outcasts box. This is the other one that's the same size as a normal large scale board game box. So I guess I get the feeling this is the one with what's happening here? Okay, with part of the board. I'm confused now because I've just cut something, but it looks like there's an extra sheet of paper in here. Or something. I'm confused. So that I don't quite know why this why they've done that. It looks exactly the same as the back of the box itself.
The game contents is different. The box.
Oh yeah.
They must have had an update.
Yeah, so the one here has in different languages. No, that's printed on the box. There must have been a misprint. That looks like that's on the box. We'll find out when we get to those ones. But yeah, So as Leanne rightly said, the game contents there don't list the extra languages. This one does. Unfortunately, because of the way it was when I was slicing into the cellophane, it has cut a bit at the top. So I'm just going to pass that to my glamorous assistant.
I have contributed.
So this is the expansion pack, Families and Outcasts, and the blurb of it says, with stretches of landfills and miasma that blows all the way into the city, soil saturated with chemicals and acid rain ensuring nothing will ever grow on them, Biotechnica protein farms, and the Jackson Plains power plant stretch to the south, the Badlands is a picture-perfect apocalypse. And then there are the nomads, many of whom will prey on unsuspecting passers-by that wander into their path. If you think Night City is dangerous, just wait till you get to the Badlands. And I've just realised I might be missing something. Unless it's in this box. Let's find out, shall we? So again, some really nice artwork on the front, I'm assuming by the same artist. First thing I'm greeted by is some more tokens, understandably. Then we've got 2 new gang boards, so gangs you can play as. You got the Aldecaldos, which is that one, and we've got the Wraiths. Just that one. So those are the 2 new boards in this one. So obviously the correct number of gang members and whatnot. So this is the, just peel this off here. This is going to be the extra bit that goes on to the main board itself. So only single side on this one. Then we've got, probably hold this one up a little bit better to this camera here. So the different content, different parts of the game there. Got some nice detailing of the map there, which is really cool. Some nice print, and I couldn't really show that properly with the big board as I was unboxing it because of the size of it. And we've got some cards. So module card, so I'm assuming that tells you how to put the module against it and how to play with it. And then we've got, I'm assuming, the story section, the story cards for this. And we've got single player mode on the bottom here, so it looks like it's got a single player module as well, which is cool. And again, crush your weapons, so it looks like it's the same starting weapon as the core game. So there's the cards. As I've said in the previous section, we're not going to sit here and unbox loads of cards because that would be annoying. Oh, this one has tape on it. Okay. I came prepared with Mr. Slice. Okay. Oh, that doesn't want to come off. No rule book on this one, so I'm gonna have to wing this by the seat of my pants. So like Aldecaldo's Techie, I believe. I believe this is the Aldecaldo's Solo. Then now looking at the wrench that they're holding, that could be a Techie. I can't remember what base was what. Whoops. It'll be labelled right when I do the edit anyway. And then we've got the Netrunner. And then going on to the Wraiths, we've got, I believe, Solo. I could be wrong. Followed by the Techie. Like this one, this is cool. And last but not least in this particular box, we've got the Netrunner for the Wraiths. So I say that, and then once again we do have the rings as well, so the different coloured rings for, like I said, I'm assuming the edge runners, to symbolise which gang their allegiance is. So much like the last bit, I'm just going to quickly, briefly sort this out, and I'll fast forward through until we open the next box. Okay, and we're back now with the motor pool. So again, I'm just going to, a bit more carefully than the last one. I figured that everything was fine once I got through the cellophane there. They'd be fine, but it was the bit of paper sticking up. So yeah, that's print on the box. So that looks like there was just a misprint there. So we got the motor pool. Only gonks and strafungers take the N card in Night City, but you're not one of them. Whether you're looking for a sports car to tune up for your next street race, a hypercar to travel with utmost security, or a weaponized tank to terrorize your opponents, there's always a vehicle out there for you. Let's hope, oops, they've got a key of what vehicle is what in here, in a book or something. Oh, I don't think they do. Great. Okay. Okay, so we've got a new vehicle market board. It's thick, it's like the game board itself, so I'm guessing that goes next to the board as a module that goes into it. We've got, yeah, the module setup, the new rules, etc. Flipping that around. Motorized Rage. Each player places a challenger card face up near the dashboard, reveal both Act 1A and Act 1B. So this looks like it's quests and whatnot for this particular expansion. Cards with race districts on them. Okay, that's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this works. And there's an edge runner back on the back of that one. Not entirely certain what that's about yet. And okay, there's tape, so I'm probably going to fast forward through cutting the tape. Okay, much like Marvel Zombies, this tape was ridiculously tough. I like the security, but damn guys. I'm just going to pull out one of these because they're the big coloured rings. So these are different to the Sun Edge Runner normal model. So that's obviously for the vehicles instead. Where's the back of the box? Maybe tell me in the back of the box what's going on here. Nope, doesn't tell me the contents of this box, so that's great. It just says one Edge Runner. Cool. Bear with us a sec. I'm going to get my lovely host to grab a digital iPad to be able to get an iPad to be able to check this up. Give us a sec. All right, we're back. That took a bit longer than expected. On the plus side, I did find Pan Am Palmer, not Parker, just hidden amongst the bubble wrap. So I'm going to blitz this because our tablet is running a bit low on juice. So this is a Kaikaz Zaya, much like the other, the larger ones in the core box. This is pretty heavy in comparison to some of the other models. It's really cool though. Then we've got the Archer Hella NCPD. So this is a police car, or for lack of a better term, I guess. To the top-down shots because some of the top of the detailing on this is pretty sweet. Then we have, if I can get it out of the box, oh, that's in there tight, the Quadra Turbo R. So it's your typical sort of really sporty car. And then by comparison, we've got this Makigai Mai Mai. It reminds me of the cars you see which are like half-sized, the smart car things, which are like literally a crunched up version of a car almost, you know. In comparison to that sports car, it's nuts. Then we've got the Rayfield Caliburn. You'd almost be forgiven if you'd think the wheels would turn on that, the way they're indented in. That's really sweet. I imagine there's going to be some great paint jobs from some folks out there. Let's double check. Is that the right? No, that's not that right. That's not that car. That one is. That's my mistake. That's the Rayfield Arundite. My bad. Some of these look a bit alike from the top down. This one is the Rayfield Caliburn. Yeah, that's right. Then we've got the Valfort Columbus. It's your standard sort of van, I guess. I do like the covering on the wheel, on the back wheel out of the wheel arch. That's pretty sweet. I don't know why, that just makes it look futuristic. I don't know why. It just does. Then we've got the Yaiba ASMX, or the Kasanagi. Looks like something out of Tron, which is pretty sweet. Slight tangent, they started filming Tron 3 this week, so I'm excited for that when that comes out. Then we've got the big boy. Actually, no, it's not the big boy, it's the Militech Minotaur first. Is this like a... I don't even know what to call it. A beefed up Gundam? Smaller? This is the big boy, the Militech, excuse me, Basilisk. That's a chunk. Look at that. I'm gonna try. It's hard not to just gravitate to the top of it because of the way it is. That's a beast. Love this. This is great. So at the top we got the cannon. It's really cool. Where's this thing going? That way? Yeah. And then for the Edge Runner, we've got Claire Russell. Nice. Cool. So once again, I'm going to put this away. I'm going to fast forward through. I'm I'm going to load up the page with the contents for the next box, and we'll see you in a moment. Alright, we're back now with the Gang Wars. So, once again, I'm just going to carefully slice into the cellophane so I don't cut anything that shouldn't be cut. Unwrapping the cellophane because I don't want to blind anyone. This particular one, whether it's a small pack of a dozen or an army of 200, each gang in Night City is as diverse as the streets themselves. Guardians, chromas, dwarfers and freaks all thrown together in a lethal cocktail, mixed and sprinkled literally with blood. Call them gutter rats, night crawlers, trash or street scum. The gangs are the ultimate rulers of the nights of the cities at night. So we've got a few new gangs in here by the looks of it. So it's been a while since we've looked at this because we did sort of say pre-order it or back it in 2022. More tokens. Lots of tokens in this game, apparently. And we've got some more dashboards. We've got 3 new dashboards. I'm gonna itch 2 seconds. Okay. Okay, we've got the Moxes. So it's an all-female gang, this one. Hence the very pink nature. We have the animals. Really like that emblem they use, it's really sweet. And we've got the scavengers. Reminds me of Watch Dogs a little bit, with the mask. Can't remember the dude in Watch Dogs that had the mask that would just display the digital front to it. So we've got 3 gangs. We've got, as usual, the module card. Looks like there's just the module cards in there, actually. Opportunity cards. And some information about the Moxes. Okay, so we've got, again, trying to remember different things for this one. I think this one is the Moxes solo. I think this one should be the techie, I believe. I'm starting to doubt myself. Every time I say it, I doubt myself more. And we've definitely got the net runner here. That's definitely the net runner. So remember the base was always square. The net runner. Then we've got the scavengers. Let's go with this one first. I think that's the techie. Then solo. Something I said earlier on, something this one's the techie actually. And then one I guarantee to get right, a net runner. And then we've got animals. I believe that's the solo. Then the techie. I do like the plastic is all different colours. Relevant to the gangs. I do like that. Makes them stand out. It's going to make them stand out on the board until they do get painted. So I've got a massive backlog of painting right now. And the net runner. It's probably going to be a while till I get to these guys. And much like in the previous ones, we've got the plastic rings for the edge runners to show allegiance to the gangs as well. Cool. So right, so I'm going to put these away and we'll see you on the unboxing of the next box. Okay, pulling off the cellophane. This is the side gig expansion pack, so it's a smaller box again. Fixers and intermediaries, middlemen between mercs and clients to provide clients with tried and true professionals while offering mercs regular gigs and a sure payout. They work with a code of honor, never leaving you high and dry if you work for them. The saying goes both ways. Never ever try to double cross your fixer. So I find the smaller the box, the harder it is to open. Yeah, right. Okay, so once again, we're a litany of cards. So we've got some Edge Runner cards. We've got Keiko Okoda. So that's one of the fixers. And there's obviously got the distro that she's the fixer of. We've got special fixers independent module card. I wonder how difficult it is to stick all of these modules into one game. That must be nuts. And I'm going to slice the sellotape as usual, so bear with. Yes, there's only 2 bits on that one, so that was a bit easier. Cool, and I've got the list up here, so let's have a look. Dino Dinovic. So obviously the edge runners have the circular bases. These have a different, it's like an almost off square base. I don't quite know what to call that shape, to be honest. Square plus extra. Okay, then we've got Sebastian Ibarra. Don't remember coming across that guy in the game. It's been a while since I've played though, so. We've got Mauma Reyes, or El Capitan. Got Wakeko Okada rather. Wait a second. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, either the card has a misprint, or the Kickstarter page has a misprint. So on the card it says Okoda, on the page it says Okada. That's interesting. Answers on a postcard, ladies and gents. I mean, I would say that, but it's going to have it on the screen anyway. So, I get the feeling it's Okada. But even on the face on the YouTube, the YouTube, I'll get it right in a minute. Kickstarter page it says Okada on the picture of the card as well. So if that is the case, someone's missed something somewhere. Yeah, Dakota Smith. Faraday. Regina Jones. Do have 2 edge runners in here as well. So we have Johnny Silverhand Engram. If you can see the leg there, it's kind of like the digital representation inside the net, as it were, the consciousness of Johnny Silverhand. When you get into that point. We've also got an Engram version of Alt Cunningham. So you can see the shoulder and that leg and the back is kind of looks all mangled. It's digital representations of I guess pixels. Because pixels are square. Then we've got Shaitan. It's another edge runner. It's a beefy lad. That cannon's crazy. have final one in this box is Spider Murphy. Cool. Once again, I will fast forward until we've got the next box ready. Not that it's probably going to be long. Okay, next one is this gorgeous brown and black box. This is the 3D Hideouts and Drones pack. I'm quite excited for this one actually because I remember seeing the mock-up models for some of the hideouts and they look incredible. Oh wow. Lots of different multicolored stuff in here. Okay. So, where are we? Okay, they're colored to reference the gangs as well. So we've got 4 of each hideout by the looks of it. 1 for each of those, 1 for those. Yeah. There's those. I thought okay. Okay, yeah. So this is the Maelstrom hideout, first off. Let's start with my boys, the Maelstrom, right? Cool. Then we've got the Tiger Claw hideout. Very much like a Japanese temple with a samurai mask. A katana. That's really cool. Then we've got the Valentinos. Then we've got, that's, okay. Then we've got, I'm trying to figure out which way this one up. The Voodoo Boys. That tripped me off for a minute. They're inside the box, like that way, as opposed to the other ones, which are kind of different, right? Anyway, I'm bumbling a bit. It's fine. That's the Voodoo Boys. Then we've got the Aldecaldos. There's only one of these ones. That one, yeah. There's one of these. There's the Wraiths. We've got 4 of the animals. And we've got 1 of the Moxes. That should be that way because that's the front of the club. It's a neon sign. And we have also got the 6th Street Gang. As well, that was an extra bonus that was unlocked over a few days. There's an extra gang in the core box. Cool. And then we're going to move on to the drones. I don't think there's any particular names for these, so I'll just show. There looks like there's 4 different ones, and they go on this funky, different coloured. So I'll just put one on here, and then that shows that that's aligned to the Aldecaldos. It just pops straight onto that, which is really cool. That's one of the drones. Switch out the colour because that yellow is a bit glaring against the camera there, I think. We've got this drone. attention to detail by Simon is incredible. Fair play. Gosh. This drone? So fiddly. They must have gone through loads of iterations of these to get them right before they start having breakages, because they look so fragile and flimsy, but they're not. They feel quite robust. And then the last of the drones. It's this guy. I say guy. Could be a girl. I don't gender shame drones. Or assume drones' genders. Yeah, so that's everything in this particular box, and we've only got one left, so I'm not going to bother dumping this away right now. So we're just going to get into the last one. I did find it, as I say, Pan Palmer. It's here. Just pop this out. Supposedly there was space in this in one of the other boxes. She's an edge runner with that sniper rifle. That is beautiful. Absolutely stunning piece of hardware on that. Look at that. Nice. I do like my sniper rifles. Pan Palmer. Nice. So that's everything there. I'm just gonna. Oh, there is a card as well. There's a single card. Pan Palmer. I'm just gonna pop these away. We're gonna skip through to the outro. So just bear with me a moment. Alright, and that was my unboxing of Cyberpunk Gangs of Night City, the board game by Simon. Obviously, if you do want this, check it out. I think it will be coming to retail at some point. Not all the Kickstarter exclusive stuff, obviously, because that is Kickstarter exclusive. But I believe this will be coming to normal board game shops and establishments and whatnot in the very near future. Obviously, if you've already picked this up as well, let us know how your games are going. We've got social medias, the link tree for all our social media. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got Twitter. They're all in the link tree down below in the description. So please give us a shout on social medias. Let me know what you think of the game. Who's your favorite edge runner? Who are your favorite gang? What sort of scenarios are you playing? Are you sticking all the modules in one go to play in one go? Or are you doing them bit by bit? I'd imagine it gets rather nuts if you start putting everything in, but I'm willing to give it a shot at some point. We will probably do some gameplay of this at some point. We don't know when just yet. We have got a sort of a busy time coming up, so we'll see what happens. Don't forget as well to hit that like button. Make sure we know that you're liking the content. While you're at it as well, don't forget to subscribe for all our premium content on demand at your fingertips. What more could you ask for? And make sure you hit that notification bell so you do get the notifications and it says, hey look, Leanne Presents have dropped some new premium content. Go check it out now, go consume it now. So that's all for now. So I'm gonna delta on out of here, go and do some other stuff, maybe play a bit of this, who knows. But just remember, always be kind to your Ripper Doc, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.